Welcome to the Quench Life podcast. My name is Jillian, and with me today is Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. So why don't you start us just with your fitness journey? What has got you involved in fitness, and kind of give us a background?
Oh my gosh, it's kind of a different story, and you probably can anticipate what I'm going to say.
Yes.
You were there.
Yeah.
You were only about this big at some times, but You've been there the whole time.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I mean, going back even a little bit further, not to birth, but
your birth or my birth?
Just about.
Exactly.
I was always very active in my life. You know, growing up, I was a gymnast. I was, dancer, as you were. You know that we danced together for years.
Yes.
So fun. And I was a professional cheerleader, college cheerleader, and all of that. So I was always really super active. And I can't say I never worried about my weight or anything, because actually it's all I worried about. Because if you know anything about any of those, as you know, being a dancer and being in a professional atmosphere, it's very, very critical, and it can be unhealthy at times. So I grew up with some, not so great vision of how to eat healthy and how to exercise and all of that. So I guess it was after I gave birth to my first child, the Princess Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
She'd hate that if I said that. She's like the furthest,
Mom.
She's the furthest thing from a princess. But after I had Jordan, I had gained weight, and I was like, I just need to get it off, and so I went to your mom's gym, and I probably started working for her about 5 minutes later. But I had the just blessing really in my life to work with your mom and for your mom, and side by side we plugged away. We had a lot of fun together, but I just made it a profession of mine, and it was kind of a natural progression from being in the fitness into the gymnastics and cheering and all that, and then going into working out at the gym and working for the gym. But I ended up kind of like really loving the business end of it. And I was teaching aerobics and in those days, what were we teaching, right? It was so crazy.
Well, and the outfits is what made it perfect too. I mean, it was always coordinating outfits, and it was always about what you showed up working out in versus the workout.
Exactly. So, we did it all. But, we were doing a lot of it, but we weren't really doing it right. So
Sure.
So when we started with the small group trainings and all of that, it was just a game changer, really. And it became less about working out to fit into those skinny jeans, which is always a good thing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it became more about training for everyday life and really getting strong and being your best at whatever age. And I just really embraced that part of it, and so grateful. I got to work for Tom and travel with him and teach sales. And I actually kind of fell in love with the industry. But I really fell in love with the business part of it. And your mom was a great mentor, and Tom, of course.
Yes.
And they did a great job training you, because you just have nailed this place. This place is amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can't even say enough about what you've done here.
Yeah.
It's just a sanctuary. It's a fun community atmosphere. But it's also a kick-ass workout that just gets it done in less than 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's important, is to find a spot that you feel comfortable and safe to work out in.
Supported, but it has to work.
Yeah.
And that's what this does. It's, the days of, not to say anything bad if you're doing step aerobics or funk it up workout or whatever, but
I like the shoulder work there.
Oh my gosh, there was so much. There was so much.
Yeah.
But it was a fashion show. It was we wore lace tights with a thong leotard and matching leg warmers. If you think of Jane Fonda on accelerate that feeling. It was like crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I think, like anything, it progresses over time. And I think that you and Mom were such a great team because it was always progressing everything over time and learning what was new and then figuring out how can we make it, mainstream and something that women would be interested in and comfortable and in that environment to be successable. It's hard to do, but once you kind of figure out what that looks like, it gets figured out. Tell us what it is that kind of, so you said that you got started in fitness. So what has always continued you to be successful in fitness? What has always been a driver for you over the years to always come back to fitness or to kind of find that comfort zone for you?
Yeah, because it's not a straight line, There's no direct path that you always stay on. And I always used to laugh because, when we grew up with losing weight and fitness, it was such a weird such a weird brain thing, because we grew up with Cosmopolitan was our fitness coach.
Sure.
5 easy
the Bible
steps. Eat 5 foods in 5 days and lose 5 pounds. I mean, it was like that's all we knew. And in working with your mom, and we had created this great supportive atmosphere for women to feel really good about themselves, just who they are. And it was the beginning of body changing, changing the image of how you felt about it, your body image and that type of thing.
Right. And I agree. I think a lot of women have a hard time understanding that you can work out and you can eat a lot of food and you can have a glass of wine and still be successful. There's a lot of mental capacity that kind of goes with that. Like, well, if I'm trying to lose weight, I shouldn't be eating. Like, well, no.
Exactly.
That's changed.
We could have a whole nother podcast about all the fad diets that I've done, because I'm one of those, like, I will try that.
Yeah.
But in honesty, it's really about making something. It's a lifetime journey. It doesn't start every Monday and end on Friday, or it's not like, I'll start that after the first of the year, or when after the holidays, or when the weather changes, when the kids go back to school. There's always like an after or a when.
Yeah.
It has to be a decision that you just make within yourself that you're going to do better. Mm-hmm. And it's it's not perfect. We always have you don't have to start over just because you slip a little. You just get back in. And, I always say to myself, I just started a new job, and it's like my life just changed from working at home in my pajamas to like having to figure out, what time I can get out of work to get to my workout. And so I feel like, one of the gang now, it's normal to have to feel that way, but I was kind of lucky to never have to do that. But sometimes it'll be Thursday and I'll be like, oh my God, I haven't been to the gym yet.
Right.
And I'll say, all right, I'll start next week and I'll do really, really well. I'm going to go 5 times, but it's really not about that. You just go on Thursday, you get your half hour in or your one workout in. It's one step forward to where you want to be. And it's better than not doing it at all,
What is one thing that you had to have told your younger fitness self to your older fitness self?
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. I would say, put the Cosmopolitan magazine away. Really, be true to yourself, love yourself, and be gentle and patient with yourself. And it's not all or nothing. Just keep, doing a little bit at a time and getting better and better and better. I want to say so much more, but it's such a hard question.
It's little steps.
Yeah, the little steps, they add up,
Yep.
Just steering yourself back on course all the time.
Yeah. And so you have 2 daughters.
Yes.
Jordan and Tori.
Yes.
So what have they got going on? If you don't mind just asking.
I don't mind. They're both, Jordan is the Barnstable High School gymnastics coach.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and she works at San Diego. She has a great job bartending there. It's super fun. And it's really made her come out of her shell and be really personable. Not that she ever was in a shell, but poor Jordan, I'm just dragging her through. She's my first one. And then Tori is a dancer. She's lives in New York City. She's here now during COVID, but was currently on a contract with Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And sailing the seas and dancing her heart out. And hopefully we can go back to that.
Yeah.
Or forward to that.
Something.
As we say.
A little bit. Yeah.
On we go.
Yeah.
But they're both really such great kids. They have great positive attitudes, and they have, they exercise. They work out. They've heard it their whole lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, they probably hate it at times and hate my commitment to it and all of that. But, you know, it's just, again, it's just about reality, living your best life and no fad diets. Please eat a cracker, people. It's not about like giving up anything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, it's not about giving up anything. It's about making it work with where you are now.
Yeah, within your life.
Yeah.
And I think most women, it comes to a point that there's something super emotional that tends to happen. You know, there's either death or, you know,
divorce.
The divorce word or the doctor. It's like the 3 Ds of bad things that happen because unfortunately people just don't roll out over and say, you know, I want to make a better health decision. It's more driven by something way more dramatic. So, you know, I know that you've helped many women through the years kind of get on that course and kind of find that path, which is cool. Yeah,
I feel like it's full circle because I have always loved working in this industry and feeling like, you know, empowering women and just helping them navigate through whatever they're going through.
Yeah.
And now, you know, I had a little blurb where I was working in a job that wasn't really that fulfilling for 15 years.
All right, fair enough.
Get out. So, no, I was working in just advertising and media, and it was just like, it had its own way of being fulfilling. But I just recently started working at Everly Cape Cod, which is a 55-plus active adult community. And I'm not actually teaching or working in fitness. I'm, you know, in leasing and sales and marketing. But it is like coming back to where I started in my career because I feel like, you know, I'm helping these 55-plus women navigate this next journey. And sometimes I'm helping their kids navigate through it with them. And it's so fulfilling. And it's just so great seeing their, you know, positive attitudes and staying upbeat and, you know, not taking as much medication because they're, you know, feel better about themselves and that type of thing. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool to kind of get back to your roots, right? I think that's kind of what a lot of it comes back to.
I feel like I'm at the gym sometimes with the members. I am calling them members. They're residents.
Yeah.
And I think some of them are there.
Yeah. Comes full circle.
It does. They're there.
Full circle.
Exactly.
So when you were in fitness, what is it that you did on your fitness life? Like because you guys did group exercise for years. I remember. All of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, there's been so many trends in fitness, and it's really such an interesting curve because it started off with like, you know, with the step and the dance aerobics and all of that, and it was a little silly, but it got people moving and having fun.
Right.
And we had the TV show, Focus on Fitness, and that was a lot of fun. And, you know, some of my best friends are still my best friends that were members of that club or that were fellow, you know, employees or fellow instructors. We still have a lot of fun when we post on Facebook about the TV show.
Sure,
you know, everybody loves to comment in and say, oh my God. Did we really do that?
Probably is still available on a VHS somewhere. I'm sure somebody can dig deep enough.
We'll put a post up and people will find it.
But
the best thing I've seen, you know, come around is when fitness got not serious, but it got like realistic.
Sure.
Like it's not about, you know, how many going on to 2 steps or 3 steps or whatever.
Right.
It's about being stronger for everyday life and really being able to not be afraid of carrying up 6 bags of groceries, 3 flights of stairs, which I just did.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not panting or dying,
sure.
You know? But I mean, you see people going through airports or, you know, whatever with their just level of fitness that is so poor. And I think you're on the right track, like you're in the business in the right way to help those women or people just be better. Just be better.
And if you can just be a little better every day or every week, everything makes it a little better. You know, we all know to a point that working out makes it so that you feel better about yourself and, you know, gets rid of stress. You know, driving here today with my 13-year-old, I'm like, Oh my God, if you don't get out of the car, because we are in COVID times, so she's only at school 2 days a week and we're together all the time. It's stressful.
Well, that's called karma, because
Maybe a little bit of karma.
your mom can vouch for this.
You can tell Susan.
You can tell your mom that karma has come full circle.
Yes.
Her granddaughter is you.
Yes, yes. And I'm my mom, and
Yes.
there goes the tree. It's not.
Yeah, it is nice to have a place to go and something just of your own
Yeah.
to get, especially in these times.
Yeah.
When people are homeschooling, and I
Yeah.
hear you guys talking about homeschooling sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could barely do the home momming. I don't
Yeah.
know if I could get into like the rest of it.
Yeah,
but-
well, it's like I told Karin is that I know I'm not meant to be a teacher.
Yes, I was not either.
I'm thankful I don't have more than one, so I've got that wired down, not meant to have more than her. And right now, she's on the line of being like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this.
I know. Well, when you have two, they at least entertain each other.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they definitely
I think
do
that's,
Yeah.
the kids are just bored these days. That's really what it's
There's only
boiling
so
down
much,
to.
yeah. A lot of good things are coming out of it, though, if we really think about like the positive aspect of
Yeah.
these crazy times. But I mean, I think families are coming closer together.
Sure.
Moms are momming more. And,
Yep.
you know, not just thinking about running off to the next job and that type of thing. It's brought people closer, and
Yeah.
it's made people really appreciate different things.
Yeah, and I think it's allowed us an opportunity to slow down a little bit and kind of reflect
Yeah.
on what's happening and what it is that we need to be doing, and really taking a little more self-control, hopefully, that I do need a timeout. This is a lot.
It was a big timeout.
together.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're ready.
We were just shut off, right?
We're ready.
So,
Just kidding. We're
yeah.
ready.
So I think that I agree with
We've
that.
learned our lesson.
Yeah. Please bring it back to
I
normal.
know. Well, I really appreciate what you've done with the gym during COVID and these trying times, and making it feel really super safe and really comfortable for everybody. And just reminding us to, stay on track and stay away from each other, and
Yeah.
all the rules that you have in place that don't, are just guidelines and really for everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
But have made us been able to continue our fitness, journey and stay relatively in shape.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's been a hard curve to kind
Yeah.
of figure out, but I think that what we're seeing and what we're starting to understand, and I think what a lot of us have already known all along, is that it's important to be healthy. So fitness is an important time to be healthy during the COVID pandemic, and I think that people are starting to hopefully see that now and understand that taking care of themselves, there's so much mental health that is positive about that, but truly being healthy keeps you
It does.
healthy over the long term.
It really does.
And that's what we want, right? That
At
good,
any
healthy
stage,
life.
and this is a stage for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, the healthier you are, the better chances you are of,
Yeah.
fighting anything, really.
Yeah. So where's your fitness future now after all the years that you've
know,
grouped
should I-
exercise? Did you ever teach spin?
I never taught spin. I only annoy the people that are taking spin.
Okay.
So I like to go in and just lean on the bike and ask, "What are you doing?" Make funny jokes. And
Not a
everyone laughs.
spin girl.
I have enjoyed spinning though lately since
Yeah.
I've been here. First time ever in my fitness journey have I ever spun, and
Okay.
I love it. I love it. So I started off. Your mom was so gracious to allow me to teach water aerobics. And
Oh
make
yes,
it seem
I
like
totally forgot about water.
and make it seem like it was an honor. I was like, what? This is like the bottom. So I started at the bottom. I taught the water aerobics.
Okay.
And then step, funk it up, and all the crazy stuff. So
The
I taught
dance
for
stuff,
quite
yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, got so involved in running the gyms that, of course, you fall into the pitfall of when do I work out?
Yeah.
So that happened. And so what's next? Will I ever teach again? I never say never.
Come back.
Suit me up. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. So I never say never. I still love, the microphone and motivating and all that kind of stuff. It's still a lot of fun. So maybe something with like the 55 plus community and like, helping people stay strong and that type of thing. Maybe we can do something together.
Yeah, that could be a whole new life direction.
Definitely is. That's where I'm trending.
All right, so what is your favorite exercise coming into the gym? Our favorite Quench Life podcast question.
I saw this question. I didn't really catch that it was. Oh my gosh, I really believe in personal training. I love weightlifting, and I like working out in a group, but so for me, the small group personal training sessions,
Yep.
where you're not going to get hurt, you're going to be directed, kind of one-on-one with a lot of, help, and I don't fear injury in that
Sure.
case. I think I can push myself a little more than I would on my own. So I like those, and I love boxing. I have
Yeah?
to say. Oh my God.
You're becoming a boxer.
I love to hit stuff.
Is that your first time boxing? Is coming into the gym?
I did it at the gym before. We had some boxing elements going on when it first started.
Yeah.
And but the first time, coming back for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
comes
hard.
back.
Yeah, it does come back.
It's really hard.
But it's a hard exercise.
It's a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
It's
hard
a good one.
workout.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time and
gosh.
coming onto the podcast. We really appreciate you having you here.
Anytime.
And we hope that you'll check in with us down the road.
For sure. Look forward to that. Can't wait to come back and work out.
Yeah.
Hardly say that.
Yeah. There's so much information about what women should be doing to stay fit and healthy, it makes it hard to know what information is right. Join me, Jillian Russo, every Wednesday as I interview women who have finally made themselves a priority. Each episode contains inspirational stories from women just like you who have had enough and have decided to make health and fitness part of their everyday lives. I'll also be inviting other health and wellness professionals to share their stories and provide tips on health, nutrition, wellness, life, and much more.